Cool, cool. So yeah, guys, let's start this. Yeah, hey guys, this is Steve from DoraHacks. I'm very happy to host a very powerful panel of Celo core team and leads of the Celo ecosystem for today's opening ceremony of Celo's mobile DeFi APAC Hackathon, which will be amazing event. So basically, every very important contributors of the Celo ecosystem are joining us today. I'm very proud to actually host this opening ceremony. DoraHacks and Celo have worked once before this event. We co-hosted a hackathon in Austin, Texas, which is actually the very first in-person crypto hackathon in Austin history. And we're very happy that Celo is part of that. And today, this is even a grander event that Celo is actually embracing the whole APAC developer community and sharing Celo's roadmap and encouraging everyone to contribute to the adoption of DeFi to the 2 billion people who cannot access regular finance services. So yeah, the concept of today's hackathon, of Celo's hackathon, is actually to engage adoption of mobile phone and blockchain technology and DeFi to those who actually crave for a more secure or permissionless way, removing intermediaries and giving users more control over their assets. We're very to introduce Celo as a mobile-first DeFi platform that can make financial tools accessible to anyone with a mobile phone. Celo is on a mission to make DeFi what it should be, mobile, accessible for everyone, and to make Web3 development and infrastructure simple, affordable, and open, which is something really unique and I never see with other Web3 open ecosystems. So yeah, today we have Renee and Merrick, the co-founders of Celo Network. Hi, Renee and Merrick. Glad to have you guys here.
It's wonderful to be here. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Yeah, and we also have Mengfan Zhang, the partner of Celo APAC ecosystem. Hi, Mengfan.
Hey, everyone.
Awesome. Great to host you guys. And we also have Patrick and Eric, core contributors at Celo ecosystem, and also has Celo DevRel team.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi all.
Yep.
Hello, fellow hackers. Good to see you.
Yeah, and also Brandy joining us from the sunny Hawaii. It's great to see you again, Brandy.
Likewise. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I would love to welcome Renee to give opening remarks to the participants of today's opening ceremony and to the general hackathon. What would you like to see in this hackathon, and what are you visioning for the builders of the Celo network to build in the next few weeks, in the next few months, and even in the next few years and decades?
Awesome. Thank you, Steve. And thanks, DoraHacks. And hello, everyone joining us here today. I couldn't be more excited. This is turning out to be the biggest hackathon in Celo history and the most global in nature. When we were kind of talking to some of our friends in the ecosystem and partners, everyone was like, this is exciting. And we got over 2.5 million in prize money, which is just insane for a hackathon. So you can see there's a lot of excitement in the broader space for building these new kinds of applications. So Celo's mission is to create a new financial infrastructure that can bring prosperity for everyone. And I would say prosperity for everyone can be achieved in many different ways, right? I mean, obviously, it can build some of the core financial infrastructure that's lacking in so many places, but it could also be, through a game, right? That someone plays and earns tokens and then is able to use those tokens to make sort of essential purchases. And for us, really, this hackathon is an invitation to join our ecosystem to, just explore, try some new stuff, be ambitious. And the great thing with Web3 is we're in the early days, right? So there's just so much stuff yet to be built. We're sort of, if you think about the progress bar, we're at like the 1-2%, progress of where this whole thing is going. And I think that makes it so much more exciting, whether you're already in Web3, whether you're kind of like, been more into traditional Web 2 and you're kind of looking in. To me, I've been starting to kind of joke with friends that, Mark Andreessen used to say, software is eating the world. And I think the more appropriate thing today to say is Web3 is eating the world, right? It's really everywhere. It's in all industries. There's so much potential for reinventing the way we kind of transact, the way we interact, the way we get entertained. And so to me, this is like this hackathon. I think we're going to see a lot of surprises. I think we're going to see a lot of people building stuff that just hasn't been built before. Steve, you mentioned mobile. To me, that's really one of the key differentiators. And if you look at what exists today in Web3, most of the stuff that's been popular, right, has been tied to a desktop. But there's 6 billion smartphone subscribers out there, and they've yet to enjoy this great new universe. And so to me, like, I would hope to see lots of crazy experimentation, go out there and like fight for these prizes. There's obviously lots of money to be earned, but more importantly, follow your passion, follow your unique purpose, which is one of the big Celo values, and build something that you want to see in the world. And yeah, personally, I'm already like it's been very exciting just to think about what's going to come out of this biggest ever hackathon, and I can't wait to see what everyone's is going to be building.
That's awesome, Renee. Yeah. Actually very surprised to, and actually not surprised to see, actually Celo team just started a few years ago, and now it's a very, very important ecosystem to many people in third world countries. I think what the problems that this whole Celo team is trying to tackle is very unique, and Celo is actually one of the few teams that really to try to use mobile as an entry to the whole blockchain space, which is very unique to those who cannot have regular access to computers. I think what Celo is trying to build is really, really, I think, meaningful to the whole world. Yeah, so how to engage developers in this event, how you can join, what are the rules for the hackathons? Let's welcome Mengfan to introduce the rules and what are the prizes? How will the prizes be distributed to you guys in the next few months? So yeah, let me just help Mengfan share my screen here. Here you go.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Steve.
Can you guys see this?
Yes. Okay, cool, awesome. So first I want to give a little bit background, although Renee and Steve already mentioned that we're mobile DeFi. So Celo is a mobile first platform that makes financial like the apps and crypto payments accessible to everyone. And you can see that our Celo ecosystem, we now have like more than 130 or like 150 projects built on Celo. And we're very fast, and has the very low gas fee, and how low it will be. And then I will make a very simple comparison for everyone. And in the next slide. Cool. So everyone can see that yesterday I just made a comparison. So for example, if I transferred 1,200 value USD valued Celo token, and the gas fee will be 0.0006. It's kind of like close to zero, right? And for the Ethereum, and I just transfer like 151 like dollar value, and then it will cost $6 or about like $7. So you can see that like on Ethereum, the gas fee is like ridiculous. So I believe that everyone uses Ethereum has the experience the same thing, and I believe everyone uses Celo, then you guys will be like amazed by how low our gas fee it is. So for the builders, if you want to help like your projects or your users to save the gas fee come to build on Celo. Okay, so and the next question you may have is why join our hackathon, right? So the reason it is because if you join a hackathon, then you have chance to win a lot of prize. For example, you have 100K APAC prize and then 2.5 million global prize. Also have like possibility to have the fundraising and community, like a community will vote for you. So we'll also get like some Celo token by the voting from them. And second benefits is you will learn from the workshops and then build the next generation and creative DeFi, NFT, and maybe GameFi. So the very popular topics in crypto now. And also like during the hackathon, you probably maybe have like some technical problems, and don't worry, then we have like a mentors from a lot of leading projects and venture capitals and blockchain academic, right? And they are here to help you. And the last but not the, it is when you have like the demo session to showcase your project, and we will have like eco-leads and a lot of the leading venture capitals, then they will see your project and then they probably will reach out to you after like your demo session. Yeah. And the next question that you may have, it is, so what is the whole schedule, right, for our hackathon? So we'll have like for 1 month, and during October 8th until November 5th, and you can submit your projects. And today we have the opening ceremony, and for the coming week, then we will have some leading projects built on Celo to give like some Celo case studies, and you can learn from them. And around like October 22nd, we will invite some of the projects to do the project demo round 1, and November 5th, and will be the round 2 project demos. And the closing ceremony will be on the November 8th. And after that, and you will also have chance, and we will like do the interviews, and our DARHacks and the amazing partner will do the interviews as well to help you guys to promote. So we're not just like here to help you to build the project, but also help like your marketing communications to help the long term of your projects. Yeah. Next one. And the next question you may have, it is,
give me 1 sec.
yeah, sure.
Oh, this is this one or
Yeah.
this one? Cool.
What to build, yeah. So you may be curious about, okay, what kind of projects and we accept or what to build. First is you build or update some software applications that interact with our Celo platform, or you build some new projects like DeFi, NFT, GameFi, Green, SDKs, or some like development tools or cross-chain tooling. So, and we definitely welcome other creative ideas, but these are like the main categories that we accept. And how we evaluate your project, how we can see that if your project and have the chance to win the prize, right? So there are 4 major factors that we will look at. One is technological, like implementation. Second one is design, and then impact. So how big of an impact and your project will bring to the Celo ecosystem, and then quality of the idea is like how creative, how unique this project will be.
Got it. I think that's all for your part.
Cool. Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
Yeah, so like welcome to build like on Celo to help your users to save tons of gas fees. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Mengfang, for sharing this. So guys, this will be a 1 month hackathon. Do prepare to get ready, because I don't think the time frame is very, very long for you guys to build a very sophisticated project. But I think the idea is to welcome you guys to get introduced to the Celo ecosystem, learn about this whole unique ecosystem that is your playground to play at, and think about what are some of the opportunities to build a venture on. I believe the whole Celo team will help you with that as well. So yeah, I think before Marek move on to how to actually build application on this Celo EVM and also on Valero, I would love to just briefly walk you guys through how to join this hackathon and a little bit background about DoraHacks and HackerLink platform. So yeah, so if you want to participate in this hackathon, you can first check out all the hackathon descriptions in the Medium links published by us and also by the Celo Foundation. And after that, I believe that we already have a brand page for this event. So yeah, I just got it. Why don't I share with you guys? So do come to this page after you already have a project. So go to hackerlink.io/en. So can you have access to this amazing page? I think the posters, I think the designers did a great job. So yeah, so the whole prize pool for the Apex region, including mainland China, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, Vietnam, anywhere we're based, you're welcome to tackle this part of the prize pool. Is prepared just for you. You can upload your project to this grant. This hackathon just kicked off right away, like a few minutes before. So do like participate if you're already ready. You can find the details of this event on the HackerLink page as well. Here are some of the tracks that you can actually try to start on. And the judging criteria is what about Celo? And one of the really important thing that I want to share with you guys is that we're actually using quadratic funding in this hackathon, where not only you can tackle the $100,000 prize pool, the community members can also directly donate to your project, even when you're just early stage or just beginning. So actually, by promoting your project via this hackathon and also via the help of DoraHacks community and also the Celo global team's effort, you can actually introduce your project to everyone and encourage them to just support you early stage. I think that's very important if you just want to build a venture, not just in the Celo ecosystem, but also in general. This actually can help you a lot to support you through from the post-hackathon phase to you get your first deal of investment. And other than that, we also welcome you to tackle the global prize pool as well. So after you submit your project to HackerLink platform, you can also go to the Celo main global hackathon page to submit your project and talk to other fellow global participants and also win a portion of the global prize pool if you're good enough. In my past experience, many of the APAC projects are really powerful, and they also do well in the global events as well. So yeah, that's actually how you can participate. How to submit a project here. You can just click apply grants here, and you will use your GitHub to log in, and you can just upload your project. And after you submit, you can also see the fellow projects by clicking the project builds. You can see who are the other projects building right now, who are competing with you, and you can also like discuss with them. Also feel free to join the hackathon discussion channels for the global hackathon, also for ours. So yeah, that's about it. So a little bit introduction about DoraHacks is that we're actually building this multi-ecosystem developer incentive platform HackerLink for a while now. And this year we have helped more than 2,000 projects, raised $50 million in grants and donations. I think we're very happy to support everyone because it is always hard to build a venture early stage, and it is always great to use schemes like quadratic funding and with the help of powerful partners like Celo to actually give every developer a stage to show themselves, to show their ideas, to actually help them succeed. I would love to actually see who will build a really amazing project in this in this hackathon, and also in the long term in the Celo ecosystem. We're always ready to support you guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's welcome Marek to introduce how you can build an application with Celo, since Celo is EVM compatible, and also welcome Marek to introduce Valero, which is a really interesting DeFi application in the Celo ecosystem.
Yeah, thanks so much, Steve. Yeah, it's great to be here. I just love hackathons. I love the energy of hackathons. Just something about learning something new, building something kind of new and exciting, and then getting feedback on it and competing for prizes, of course. It always excites me. So super stoked for everyone participating. Really excited to see what you guys come up with. For my session here, I just wanted to spend a few moments to talk a little bit about the Celo platform, just to give you guys some context for what's available and what also to look forward to in the future. I think Steve mentioned already that Celo is EVM compatible. That's absolutely true. And so if you have done anything in Ethereum or on any other EVM chain, then you should be excited to hear that all of that knowledge, all of that kind of work that you've done in the past, it's all transferable to Celo, which of course should make it easier for you to get going. But there are some things that make Celo quite unique. And hopefully quite interesting to kind of build on. And I think at this point, any kind of modern EVM kind of compatible chain is scalable and has a really great consensus protocol. And Celo, by all means, has just a really wonderful proof of stake consensus protocol. But in addition to that, it also has a few other things that are pretty neat. And the first of which is that stable value has been kind of built into the platform from day one. So Celo has a native stability mechanism with a number of different kind of stable coins that are available on the platform. Right now, Celo dollars and Celo euros are available, with kind of others coming soon. And I think perhaps most interestingly, especially from a DeFi perspective, even though these currencies are implemented as tokens on the platform, you can actually pay for gas with these tokens on Celo. So if you're sending some Celo dollars to someone, or if you're putting those Celo dollars into some DeFi dApp that perhaps you're building, you can have this really wonderful usability kind of experience for your end users, where they don't have to have another asset in order to actually pay for those transaction fees. So that's really exciting, and hopefully something that as developers you guys will appreciate and take advantage of. The other thing that I think is perhaps also interesting to this community is that it's not just these stable coins that can be used for gas. It's technically any ERC20 token on the platform that has been whitelisted through on-chain Celo governance. And so if you have some interesting and neat idea around maybe a gas currency, a gas token of some kind, and you want to propose to the broader community through on-chain governance that it be accepted as a gas currency, then by all means, I think it's worth kind of trying to do, and I think it could be very, very interesting. So that's number one. Just really kind of nice experiences with stable coins. The other thing that the platform has that is also quite unique is something related to phone numbers. So Celo actually has a built-in decentralized phone verification protocol. which effectively allows you to verify that you own your phone number in a fully permissionless, fully decentralized manner, and map an encrypted version of that phone number to your wallet. And this is useful for a number of things. I think one really great use case is it makes it easy for you to send payments to people's phone numbers. So, and here on the left, you can see I'm just looking up Vitalik in my contact list on my phone, and I'm just one tap away from sending him a payment. If you're trying to memorize that phone number real quick, please don't. He's gonna get grumpy. Don't text him, and then I'm gonna have to fess up that that's not really his phone number. So. Don't text him. But the point is that it's just becomes really, really easy to send a payment to someone using their phone number. And what's great is you can actually send payments to people even before they sign up. And so this is something that you can't do on Ethereum, you can't do on Bitcoin. Some centralized payments platforms do allow this, and it's been a really great growth kind of hack that they've employed. And so it's really cool that we can bring that growth hack kind of to the Web3 world. So that's decentralized phone verification. I think for this audience, as you're thinking about what you want to build, definitely encourage you to think about what you could do with decentralized phone verification. I think one fairly interesting use case is lightweight Sybil resistance. Certainly it's possible to own multiple phone numbers, but it's definitely a hassle to buy them and to go through this verification process. And so you can have some certainty that anybody who has a verified phone number is in fact more likely than not to be a unique individual. And so that means that when it comes to proof of personhood, kind of decentralized kind of voting, or even things that are kind of social in nature, play to earn games which have a social component. All of these things are kind of possible on the Celo platform in large part because we have this decentralized phone verification protocol. So definitely excited to see what you guys come up with, and if anybody takes advantage of this, I think it's really, really interesting. The kind of final thing that I think really makes Celo unique is the fact that it has an actual mobile optimized light client that can effectively run on your mobile device. Of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum have light clients as well, but they're quite expensive. On Ethereum, I think you have to download multiple gigabytes, I think over 5 gigabytes of headers in order to do the light client sync. No mobile phone is going to do that. On Celo, it's significantly more bandwidth and compute efficient. And so you can actually realistically run a light client on a mobile device. And so that's really amazing. It brings all of the benefits, that we love from kind of decentralized ledgers, to mobile devices. You don't have to kind of compromise and trust a third-party kind of backend, some sort of RPC endpoint that you have to trust. You can actually build dApps for mobile phones that are fully permissionless. So again, something that might be interesting. And probably don't have to tell this audience why mobile is important, but every now and then people do actually continue to ask why Celo is focused on mobile. And so I think Renee mentioned earlier, there's 6 billion smartphones in the world, 8 billion mobile devices. There's just a ton of devices, and if you really want to build a product that a lot of people use, mobile is the way to go, and the numbers are just staggering. So that's the Celo platform, but you might already know that. You might be coming in here as a Celo veteran, so perhaps you're curious what's new. There's a couple of things that are pretty new and exciting. Earlier this summer, so it's not last week, but it's still relatively new. Valora spun out of C Labs, became its own company, and raised $20 million to continue to invest into the Valora wallet. And so that's exciting. Valora is effectively kind of the flagship mobile wallet on the Celo platform. It leverages all of these features that I just mentioned. It has decentralized phone verification, lets you send payments to phone numbers, lets you pay for gas using stable coins, and it has a light client that is fully permissionless. If you're curious, definitely check out Valora. Just this week with version 1.20, which is being released kind of over the course of this week through a rolling kind of rollout. Valora added Wallet Connect V1 support. It already had V2 support, but most dApps we found are still using Wallet Connect V1. And so if you're building a dApp, definitely be sure to support Wallet Connect V1. And then you'll be able to have people use Valora to sign those transactions. Of course, Wallet Connect is used by many other wallets as well. So it's just a good practice in general. The other thing that you might be interested in is, the fact that Valora is fully open source, and so you feel free to go and look at the source code, and you can obviously copy and paste it as well if you're looking to do similar things to what it's already doing. And then finally, if you're interested in leveraging that decentralized phone verification protocol, you don't actually have to rebuild it. You can just create a dApp that uses Valora. And you can just look up whether or not someone has verified their phone number once you connect with Valora. There's a nice API called dAppKit that you can use to query that state, and so it just makes things a lot easier if you're interested in leveraging that kind of feature. The other thing that's new is Optics. Optics launched just a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of an interchain communication kind of standard, somewhat similar to IBC in the Cosmos world, but really targeting kind of the EVM world. So you can think of this as the IBC of kind of EVM compatible chains. It's a very gas efficient and trust minimized kind of communication protocol. You can use it to send messages between chains. You can also use it to send tokens between chains. It has a really nice programming interface. You can build these things called ZApps, cross-chain apps, XAPPS. And so definitely recommend you taking a look at that. I think it's quite interesting. It currently is connected to Ethereum, Polygon, and Celo. So if you already are doing things across those kind of three ecosystems, then it's a really nice way to send messages back and forth. There's certainly dApps already out there that are using it. And one popular use case that people seem to gravitate towards is sending governance messages between chains, so that you can have governance on one chain and then kind of propagate those changes to all your other dApps on all these other chains. So might be interesting. And of course, people have built token bridges on top of this, and there's a token bridge that lets you move assets from Ethereum, from Polygon onto Celo. Definitely check that out as well. There's now multiple front ends for that bridge. So if you just Google it, I'm sure you'll find one of them. And then, even more recently, there was this news around Miston Labs that I think folks might also appreciate. As you're building your products, your applications, and kind of sharing them with the world through this hackathon, you probably care about the platform that you're investing all of this energy onto, right? You want to pick a platform where certainly the features are there today for you to build great products for kind of the customers that you're building for, but you also really care about the platform growing with you, growing with your customers over time. And I think that's why this news is pretty exciting. And so, just 2 weeks ago, a number of former DM researchers, DM is kind of the new name for Libra, if you're familiar with Libra. A number of those researchers formed a company called Miston Labs, and went into a long-term kind of strategic partnership with the Celo Foundation to kind of contribute to the Celo platform. And they're working on kind of a V2 of the Celo consensus protocol that leverages some research around this mempool optimization idea that they have published about in a paper called Narwhal and Tusk. Highly recommend, if you're interested in reading white papers, highly recommend checking that white paper out. It's a really interesting new consensus protocol and a new mempool protocol that has been shown to create, support transaction throughputs upwards of 140,000 transactions per second with global latencies. So having a network that is fully permissionless distributed across the entire world. So that's a lot of TPS, 140,000 at global scale. And they're working hard to introduce that consensus protocol as an upgrade to the Celo platform. Likely not in time for this hackathon, sadly, but throughout the course of kind of the following year, we expect that to land. And that's going to be really exciting. And, it's good news for everyone building on Celo today, because it guarantees that in the future, even as demand grows, the platform will grow with that demand. The other thing that I think is pretty neat is they're also looking to add side-by-side support for Move. So side-by-side relative to the EVM. Move is, of course, the smart contracting language that DM was looking to launch with. It's a very elegant kind of Rust-derived programming language, and it's just going to be really interesting to see that available on Celo. Of course, Celo is still 100% bought into the EVM, but it's just really nice to start offering additional options for people looking to develop in a programming language that is designed to be easier for developers and to have less opportunities for making mistakes. So that's to come, but again, it was just announced, so I thought folks here might appreciate hearing about it. And then the final thing that we just announced actually this week is around the creation of the Climate Collective and the registration of the Celo stability mechanism for the $100 million carbon removal X Prize. So I mentioned that Celo has its own stability mechanism. That mechanism has what's called the Celo Reserve, which backs all of the stable coins that are in circulation on the Celo platform. That reserve right now is around $900 million in size. And this Climate Collective is formed through a number of kind of companies and projects that are interested in tokenizing trees and other assets that can sequester carbon, bringing them on the Celo chain, and then through on-chain governance, making proposals to have a portion of that reserve be composed of these assets. So the goal over the next 4 years is to try to get to 40% of the reserve be composed of kind of a diverse set of these tokenized assets. And the end result is that, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of trees can be owned by the protocol programmatically and effectively protected so that they can continue to capture carbon and help fight global warming. And so if climate change is something that's important to you, if you're interested in kind of combining crypto with climate change, then I think the Celo community is an exciting community for you to do that work. And certainly check out climatecollective.org. We're always excited to kind of grow the collective and to add more people who are interested in kind of collaborating on this, very, very ambitious, and very, very difficult kind of project. So that's everything I had. Again, super excited for everyone here. Yeah, just looking forward to see what you guys build.
Thank you so much, Merrick, for sharing the most exciting updates. Very, very excited to see all the new initiatives, very excited to see all the new partnerships that can actually empower new developers to the Celo ecosystem. Very excited to actually see that people can actually use Move and to try to build something on Celo with new schemes like DM. So very, very excited to see new powerful solutions to onboard developers. And very, very, I want to congratulate you guys on the climate initiative as well. I think that's very important. Not many blockchain protocols have the vision to actually tackle this part of the issues. So yeah, thank you again, Merrick, for joining us today. And thank you for sharing the most exciting updates. Next, I want to welcome Patrick to introduce a little bit about Moola and how to build an application on Celo. Welcome, Patrick.
Yeah. Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Let me try to share my screen. Oh, looks like I got to open system preferences. So did not check that before the meeting. But
No worries,
let me just
no worries.
talk. Yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit. So Moola is a borrowing and lending protocol built on Celo that lets owners of Celo assets like Celo dollars, Celo euro, as well as Celo earn compound interest, which is paid for by borrowers who are either taking over collateralized loans in perpetuity or under collateralized flash loans. And what we've seen is that so it's becoming a base layer financial primitive that other applications are building on top of. And various applications see different ways to use and integrate Moola. I'll give a couple of examples, one of which is a PrizeLink savings project called Good Ghosting that incentivizes their users to save certain amounts of money, for example, $10 per week for a month. And at the end of the month, there's a prize that one or a handful of the participants will win, which is essentially the accumulated yield of all of the participants' capital. And this has the impact of encouraging good saving habits, as well as introducing a gamified way where you might win more than what you had if you just put capital away. And Moola is the underlying yield generator for that. So if you're building or looking at a DeFi application that needs a yield generator, you can certainly tap into the Moola contracts for that. Another example is a proof cache integration. It is they're about to release version 2, which will enable private stablecoin savings accounts. And so Proof is a privacy protocol that uses cryptography to give certain privacy guarantees, and is leveraging Moola for enabling savers to not only have the ability to send and receive stablecoin payments privately, but also to earn compound interest on their money. And I'm very excited to see what sort of business applications there are, as well as personal finance applications there are for this type of implementation and composability. So if you have access or need access to lines of credit, Moola also is a building block for giving your application potentially a line of credit, tapping into the ability to do unsecured lending. We'll be migrating to version 2 of our contracts next week, which will introduce credit delegation, which is a mechanism where depositors are able to redirect their borrowing capacity to another address. And this has an incredibly wide design landscape, from microfinance all the way to financing DAO operations to everything in between. So I'm really excited to see. We do have a set of APIs that you can use to integrate with, And we've got a very active Discord, can answer questions, help support any kind of technical questions that you may have. But I'm thrilled to see this happening and thrilled to see all of the interesting things that that you folks will be building. And feel free to reach out if you have questions. Steve?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick. Yeah. Also, like, feel free to send me the deck that you're about to present today, and I can also like share that with the participants later. Yeah, but I also want to say congratulations on your current progress on Moola, and it's very unique in the Celo ecosystem. And
thank you.
Actually, like, if you guys want to engage more developers to actually build on Moola as well, feel free to post some bounties, and I believe like the developers will be very happy to tackle them. So yeah, yeah, Eric, are you ready? So Eric will be introducing the DevRel efforts he has been working on at Celo. Yeah.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, nice to meet everybody. Happy to be here. Really excited to be doing this collaboration with you folks. The thing that if I was you, I would be focused on is just taking a look at all the different types of prizes that the mobile hackathon is trying to help kind of spur. I'm Eric from the DevRel team. I work with Brandy, who will be speaking after me. And we've been helping to get this hackathon off the ground. There's been a very big effort around the DeFi for the People project that has, I think, brought a lot of attention. And maybe that's also one of the reasons why you're considering joining the hackathon. And it's very exciting to see. Super exciting to see a bunch of interest in Celo. And so on top of that, with the hackathon, we have a developer relations team that's helping and standing by to help you to build. And what I mean by that is we have a documentation site. It's called docs.celo.org. And from there, there's a lot of stuff that you can be using to help you on your journey as you're building your applications. One of the things that we really care about at Celo is mobile development. And the thing about mobile development is it comes in different flavors. It can be a mobile website. It can be a React Native app. It can be Flutter. It can also be a native application. But we want you folks to be able to build. And so we have a lot of docs. We've been working really hard to improve that and also update it to include more examples and things like that. As you folks are building, one thing to keep in mind is, as we had said at the beginning, the mobile phone is basically everybody in the world's computer. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you have a mobile phone. And so think about that as you're building your applications. Additionally, we also have a bunch of prizes that are not just for the APAC region, but there's actually focused prizes around things like DeFi, NFTs, gaming, making it easier to kind of join in on in the world of Web3 crypto. And then there's also something called green, regenerative environment, helping the environment kind of improve, as Merrick had just mentioned. There's also prizes around interoperability, and then infrastructure. So like actually connecting the bits and parts to make things all work together. And so I would really suggest you folks take a look at that. We'll be sharing also a bunch, if you're not sure about what to build, maybe you have some sort of idea or you saw something, you're inspired by another chain or another project. Because of Celo's EVM compatibility, it actually is worth it to just try it out. Copy the contract over, make your changes, iterate. The cost to deploy on testnet is extremely small, but the cost to deploy on the mainnet is really small too. So the good thing about Celo is with your idea, you'll be able to move really fast, be able to kind of iterate very quickly. You can try stuff out that maybe if you were building on an Ethereum, it's kind of like a one-way street where if you push something out there and you need to make a change, it's going to be expensive. And I'm not saying that that's the only benefit to Celo. It's just for people who are trying to learn and get into Web3 development. Maybe you have a Web2 experience, you have mobile experience. Celo is a really great platform for helping you do that. And I do want to highlight some of the things that Merrick had mentioned, especially around the concept of Otis and sending Celo between or to wallets or people's mobile phones without having a wallet set up. That's a really big thing to think about as you're trying to design your application to onboard people, right? You have to be very careful about privacy, but when you're trying to introduce one person that maybe doesn't have your app yet, think about using that as a way to, allow one user like me to invite all my friends, and then each of the friends' funds can kind of sit in a place where until they connect their phone, they can then claim those things automatically. It's something to take a look at. Valora does it really well. It's not easy. There's always things that could be better. But again, thinking from a mobile user experience perspective, it's going to help you folks, I think, build much quicker. In addition to the docs site that I mentioned, we're also going to be working on some additional tutorials, and we're trying to move as fast as we can to get you folks kind of, to arm you folks with the information you need to build. We also have some efforts coming soon, may not make it in time, but we are trying to also work long-term to incorporate localization of our documentation too. So that stuff is coming. And I hope you folks are able to take a look at the dev doc site, join our Discord. If your community isn't on Discord, take a look at maybe Telegram. It really depends on the region that you folks are in. And I would talk with the community in DoraHacks, because I think that's a great place to start. We'll also be having a lot of folks come in to chat around kind of how to build not just your application, but how to pitch your project. So pay attention and make sure you set those calendar reminders to attend those, because there's a bunch of very powerful, well-connected and smart investors also looking to help you succeed, because they want Celo to succeed. And by you building on Celo, you're helping the whole Celo ecosystem succeed. So before I go a little bit, too much further, I'm super excited to see you folks, really excited to see what you folks build. Know that there are people wanting to help you succeed. Thanks to the help with DoraHacks and also the communities, all over the world. We're really excited to see what the kind of things you folks build. And if you need a bit of beta tester, let me and other people on our team know. We're always trying these things out, and we want to give you folks feedback as best we can. So thanks to everybody. Thank you, Steve and Ming Fun and everybody else who's already chatted. Looking forward to chatting with you folks more.
Totally. Yeah, thank you, Eric, for sharing all of the very useful tips to the developers to check before they actually start building. And I'm very proud to say Celo have a very, very strong DevRel teams. I can tell this from May, since the very first I know them. So guys, do ask them for support if you need any kind of help, not just on the building side, but also like Eric mentioned on the pitching side, everything to help you succeed in this hackathon, help you succeed in later Celo ecosystem. So yeah, welcome Brandy to introduce a little bit more about Global Hackathon, how you guys have been working on it, what are you guys ready to give to the developers? Yes.
Hey, we're giving the goods, Steve. Giving the goods to blockchain. Come on. We love this space. Yes, it is nice. I want to mention, before I share a little bit about the Global Hackathon, I love prizes. I love the fact that we're focusing globally and regionally to provide accessibility and do the touch points on that story. We kind of touched base on that earlier. You heard several presentations right now in regards to both accessibility, the past, present, and the future of Celo platform. I think that's kind of underappreciated. Steve, when I came there in Texas and we met, we had such an adventure together, working for the first time in real life for the hackathon in Texas. I was proud to be there. Something that I'm even more proud of was the fact that during that event, I did a bit of a speech on what the future would look like with interoperability utilizing optics. And it hasn't even been released. Like, we were just testing out this use case. And within 6 months' time, Celo actually delivered on that. So we're not just a platform for you to invest in for a one-off prize. We're a platform that's investing in your future as you're building with us. And I just want to emphasize on that. The future is really important. And when you're spending time on a platform, you want a platform that you can be confident in. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm glad. Look at our performance track record. Celo means business. Let me go ahead and share my screen a little bit. I'm going to share with you where to go to get the goods. Okay. Are we showing my screen? Are we good? Permission issues. You never know with Zoom.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Perfect. All right. So what you want to do to learn some more information about this, because I only have a few minutes, open up your web browser, go to defiforthepeople.org. Okay, type in defiforthepeople.org, and then click the link up here, right on the top, hackathon. All right, you scroll there. You could scroll down and learn so much about this event. We have so much goods for you. All the developers, all the dreamers and doers and builders. So obviously you want to join the hackathon. I know you're joining with Dora Hacks, but to participate with the global prize pool, you're going to have to go through the process for registration. You just start off by clicking join the hackathon. That's going to take you to DevPost, where you can go ahead and register and submit your project for their judging for the prize pool. Go ahead and scroll down, learn some more. I really want to have you explore this because we have some goods under the hood here. 2.5 million prizes, you heard it, prizes and funding, all sorts of events, community focus. So if you notice, you can click on Discord, get right to the community. We have channels specifically made for you for this event. All month long, we have hackathon support going on. Of course, we want the community to help each other out. We're all mentors one way or another. To learn more about the prizes, maybe you're super excited about the DeFi track, green track, dig in deep here. This is where you can find out some more information. Continue to scroll down. You'll find out about the regional prizes and the event schedule. This is my favorite part, by the way. And if there's anything that I want to suggest here, it's not just registering for the global prizes on DevPost and clicking that link, but it's paying attention to the event schedule. We're doing constant streams all month long. We're constantly updating. So we're not static here at Celo. If you notice that the theme with Celo is not static, we're dynamic and elastic. And that means that our schedule is going to grow too. So pay close attention. We're going to be touching base on some topics, both on the business side and the technical side. You might even find some cool workshops that you're going to be able to attend. So definitely bookmark this site and check out our events. We're just started. Yes, we literally just kicked off the event October 8th. It's October 9th. It's just getting started, folks. It's time to start exploring. And by the way, definitely join our community. We have Discord, we have Telegram. The DevRel team's always looking out and we're paying attention. We want to help folks. We also want to help connect folks too. So definitely check out defiforthepeople.org and then please register and join us. All right. That's it, Steve. I think I went over my time, but I'm super excited. I hope you're excited. Developers get excited because it's starting.
Totally. Yeah, Brandy, always love your energy. Bringing so much sunny vibes to today's opening ceremony because like the world is getting cold recently. Yeah. So I think the next quarter is going to be an amazing quarter for developers to build something really exciting. And like Brandy just mentioned, I love it how you mentioned this is actually for the long haul. You're just not building for this one hackathon, but starting a really, really good opportunity to build a really amazing venture with the help of whole Celo's team. You can see from today's opening ceremony, this is the grandest opening ceremony I have ever hosted. Physically, most of the Celo team has came here, but you can also check their website. Celo is a really big team, truly decentralized, based globally, everywhere. In South America, actually Daniel chatted with us earlier. He's actually based in South America and Celo team is everywhere. So we do welcome every one of you from the APAC region to have fun in this hackathon, learn more about Celo and to build something really great. Feel free to meet your teammates. If you don't have an idea yet, go check on the idea list provided by the Celo team, also by fellow hackers. Maybe they will have some interesting ideas. If you already have an idea, also feel free to reach out to us to help you build a team. Very excited to support you in many ways that you can think of. So don't hesitate to try something really exciting here. And the stage is yours for the next months. And do reach out to us or the Celo core team for any kind of support that you might want. I think what Celo is trying to bring is really unique. So do cherish this opportunity. There's a bunch of prizes for you to tackle, a lot of bounties, and most importantly, a really, really crucial opportunity for you to help change the world, make the world better with blockchain technology. So yeah, without further ado, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Thank every guest today to share your part on how the Celo team will help and how developers can succeed in the Celo ecosystem, but also in the whole blockchain space. So yeah, I hope you all have a great one, a great evening, morning, afternoon, and hope you have a great time in the next months. Yeah. Okay. See you guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun. Bye bye. Yeah.